Hi there and welcome to Sheetgo's YouTube channel. In this video I will show you how to filter Google Sheets from one sheet to the other using Sheetgo. The original Google Sheets files remains intact and your selected data will flow into the other spreadsheet automatically without copy pasting. There's two other options to bring data from one sheet to the other. One is manual copy pasting, which is of course cumbersome and prone to human error, and the Google Sheets import range formula. This formula allows you to import a specific range of cells from sheet A into sheet B in real time. This works well for a one-off data transfer, but if you're a heavy Google Sheets user and you attempt to connect multiple sheets, you will often experience errors or your entire spreadsheets can just crash. And one of the biggest shortcomings of import range is that you can only transfer data from a specific range to another sheet. Let me show you how to do it better with Sheetgo. Use the link that I've put in the video description below to sign up for Sheetgo. It will take you to this screen in the Sheetgo web application where you can sign in with your Google, Microsoft or Dropbox account. Let us sign in with Google. There we go, it takes us to the Sheetgo workspace where you have all of your workflows listed and you can create a new one by clicking on New Workflow, so let's do so. Before getting started, you enter our Explore page where you can browse through some of our solutions and specific features. But I'm simply going to start from scratch by creating a connection right here. Sheetgo creates an untitled workflow which you can immediately rename right here. For example, filter Google Sheets. The first step you need to do is select your source file, but let me show you first, of course, which data I'm going to filter to another spreadsheet. I will open my company OKR spreadsheet. This is it, and here we have our team objectives in this tab right here, and in the other tab we have the key results. So you see the key result and to which objective it is aligned to, the actual key result, how do I get to that objective, the owner of this OKR, and which metric it impacts with what value and what is the target. So as you can see, I have my team members right here in my column C spreadsheet, and what I want to do with Sheetgo is I want to filter this data to only send the OKRs of Chandler into his personal spreadsheet. So let me do that right now in the Sheetgo web application. We're going to select our source file. You can choose single file or multiple files or even a database from BigQuery, but in our case it is a single file, our company OKRs Google Sheets. I'll find it in my drive. There we go. Make sure to select the correct tab. In our case it's the key results, of course. This is where we want to filter our data from. Simply press next to move on to the next step, and here we can process our data. So here we can select the filter. We can filter by condition, by query or cell color. I'm going to do a simple condition based on data of a specific column, so I'm going to select filter by condition. Sheetgo has loaded the columns right here, so we can select column C owner, and the criteria is that the text is exactly Chandler. Simply press done. If you have other conditions to add, you can do that right here, but of course we only want to filter based on the column C named Chandler, so we're going to press next. And then the last step we want to do is we want to send this data to a specific spreadsheet for Chandler, so I'm going to send it to a single file. Sheetgo gives you the option to let it create a new file for you in your drive. You can choose which drive storage as well, or if you already have an existing file in your folder, you simply select it from here. Let me, for the sake of this, quickly create a new spreadsheet. For example, 2022 Chandler OKRs. You can even choose in which file type you want Sheetgo to create this spreadsheet. In our case, Google Sheets inside Google Drive is fine. And we're going to call this Chandler Key Results, for example. We're going to finish and save to create this workflow and send Chandler his personal OKRs in his personal spreadsheet. That's it. In this workflow overview right here, you can visually see what Sheetgo created. So from your master file, Sheetgo has filtered out only Chandler's OKRs. Let me show you in his spreadsheet. That's it. As you can see right here, Sheetgo has only brought in the OKRs from Chandler. You can now share this personal spreadsheet with him so he doesn't have to look at other people's OKRs but only his own. And then if you want Chandler to keep his progress right here in the tabs, you can do that right here, start value target. For example, he adds a new column named progress, for example, and here he can keep his progress, how far along he is. To be able to do that, to edit the destination file, Sheetgo will normally overwrite this data with every new update. so you will lose any column added. To make sure you don't lose this, you have to go to your connections right here. Let's edit my connection. And you move on to the destination right here. And in the settings, you see that there's a lock destination tab setting turned on. So this means that it will clear all columns with each data transfer. So turn this off if you want to edit your destination tab. Let's click Save Changes. And now Chandler can freely edit his spreadsheet and fill out any progress he has. For example, he already did 50% here, only 20% here, and the rest he still needs to start. That's it. Let me go back to the workflow and show you the workflow overview. On the sidebar here, you click on Overview. You have your workflow name, which you can always rename. For example, OKRs company. You see who is the owner of this workflow, and in the share settings, of course, you can share it with your colleagues, your team members. You can enable this button or disable if you want to give them edit access to these files inside the workflows, yes or no, and simply click Done once you've added your colleagues. You see that this workflow has 2 files with 1 connection in between. So we have our company OKRs master sheet and our Chandler OKRs and our filter connection between them. And then last but definitely not least, we have our update schedule. So here you can schedule automatic updates to run this workflow automatically whenever you like. So let me open them. If you want to run this workflow automatically, for example, you want the updated OKRs in Chandler spreadsheet once a day between, let's say, 8 and 9 a.m. in the morning, only on Mondays and Fridays, for example, you simply turn it off right here for the other days and click Save to schedule the automatic updates. That's it. That's how you quickly and easily filter Google Sheets from one file to the other. If you have any questions about this, do not hesitate to comment below and make sure to subscribe to our channel for more Sheetgo automation how-tos and tips and tricks. Thank you very much.